You are watching 2+U Nevada, and I'm joined by Marie Baxter, CEO of Catholic Charities of Northern Nevada. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thanks for having me.
You know, we've seen quite a bit of you recently because there's such a need out there, and I love you. But it's just indicative of, or it's a sign of what we as a community are going through right now. And of course, this is right before Thanksgiving, the biggest food-centered holiday of the year in America.
It's been such an interesting, couple of months, really, and especially for people that are just barely getting by. And of course, where do they turn? They turn to Catholic Charities. So thank you for helping us again to get to share another opportunity for our neighbors in need.
Well, you know what? You've done so much the last couple months, so we're so grateful for you. And then that gift giving is continuing. So this week, you are giving out boxed sets or kits, if you will. It's Thanksgiving, a Thanksgiving kit. And you've got 2,500 of those to distribute throughout Reno.
So we coordinated with all the other nonprofits in town. So we're sort of anybody that needs a basket is, we drive them to Catholic Charities. So this Thursday and this Friday from 8 to 4, it's first come, first serve. It's going to be a little raining on Thursday. Bring your umbrella. People line up. We'll give away 1,000 turkeys at our 4th and Valley location on Thursday, another 1,000 on Friday. And then our client choice pantries on Moana and in Sun Valley, those afternoons. So Moana, we have about 250. Sun Valley, we have another 250. And so we'll distribute anything that's not distributed on those 2 days will be available in our Moana and Sun Valley pantries on Saturday, because we're still doing our government shutdown Saturday pantries. And then, of course, if people either don't get a basket or that's just not in their wheelhouse to cook a full Thanksgiving, on Thanksgiving Day, thanks to the Nugget, in the St. Vincent's dining room, we have the whole Thanksgiving spread starting at 11 in the morning.
Wow. How many people would you be able to feed on Thanksgiving Day?
So we typically see about 1,000 people that come between 11 and 1. The Nugget is so generous. So if we have more people, we will make sure everybody gets that family meal with us. And it's the whole thing that they're serving at the buffets at the Nugget, they replicate in the St. Vincent's dining room.
That is so cool. And then when it comes to these Thanksgiving in a box, I guess, is that what we call it?
We call them gathering together baskets.
Oh, okay. That sounds so much nicer. But with these, in the past, there was pre-registration. This year, you haven't asked for pre-registration at any of your events.
We haven't. There was so much logistical challenge, honestly, going on with people pre-registered, then they didn't pick up, and then we were trying to hold things, and we wanted everything to be in someone's refrigerator, ready to go in time for the holidays. So we've moved away from trying to navigate pre-registration. So it's first come, first serve. It's a full turkey. It's all the fixings in the box. You get your stuffing and your mashed potatoes and your fresh potatoes, and then we supplement it with a lot of different fresh items. This year we have a lot of dairy products that people are getting. So we're trying to make it, it's when you come in, it's like everything's set up at tables and you go through and you sort of pick and choose, the things that you want to take for your family. So if nobody in your family eats cranberry sauce, you don't have to take the cranberry sauce. So it's a very...
That's really smart.
Yeah, it's a wonderful way to get what people really want for the holidays. And then we will do this all again in December, but we're doing Christmas breakfast this year to make it a little bit different. So we'll have the same kind of giveaway in December.
But you know what I love about this too is you say that it's a full turkey. And I mean, we know how long a turkey goes, right? So this isn't just one meal, one feast. This is feeding a family for days. And, love those turkey sandwiches. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so this is such a gift that you're doing for the community. And, it's Thanksgiving. So we're supposed to be grateful for our community and what we have out there. Give me a story of gratitude that you have.
Oh, we get these stories when people come and pick up their turkeys. And it's interesting. There's a lot of stories about, okay, this is wonderful for my family, but the number of people who pick up and they serve their neighbors is really very touching. And especially a lot of times they're some of our older clients. So they'll come in, they'll get their turkey basket, and it's a way for them to gather together, which is why we call the program that, with their friends, their family, their neighbors. And that's so core to, everyone's experience. And just because you're in poverty doesn't mean you shouldn't get that opportunity on Thanksgiving to gather together, and be with those people that you care about and have an amazing meal.
Well, you are doing the good work, Marie. I just can't get over how much you have done. When it comes to the hours, so I see downtown Reno is 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., but you know there will be a line. So how early should people truly start lining
So
up?
it's going to be cold and it's going to be rainy. So, 6 o'clock is probably the earliest. You don't really want to be hanging out in downtown Reno in the dark.
Right.
So, people usually start lining up between 6:30, and then as soon as our volunteers and staff get there, we'll start to get people in the door, as close to 8 o'clock as possible. That's Thursday and Friday. And then the other ones are in the afternoons. They're 12 to 4.
12 to 4
at
at
Moana
Moana
and Sun Valley.
And Sun Valley. So Moana Lane is 480 East Moana Lane. Sun Valley is 130 West Gepford Parkway in Sun Valley. And of course, the main location, downtown Reno, 500 East 4th Street. Marie, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
You're watching 2 Plus U Nevada.